What's up everyone, Shirley here. Today we're going to be doing a Pug Heroic Dungeon, just to see some of the new places, and this is the other side. And wow, I've never actually been in here before, so this is going to be a new experience for the both of us. I'm going to go ahead and just grab this quest here while the group starts. What do we got? We got a bear tank, I'm assuming that's going to be a disc priest, mage of some kind, and a shaman. I'm playing Condemn right now for this dungeon. And obviously this is a heroic, so most of the stuff should fall over, I would assume. And again, I don't know why that thing's still alive, because I haven't done this yet. It's got some kind of rage thing that keeps him alive. Try not to talk over this dialogue too much if I can help it. Huh. Don't want to stain it then. So it looks like we're helping one zombie in here. Just so he can get some souls back. Oh, I see my talent's not working again. Alright, I get it, mate. So, fun fact, Massacre is still bugged. It does work, technically, which most people don't realize. You have to talent out of it and then talent back in it, and then you can read the tooltip there. It will work now, but you have to do that every time you go through an instance portal or any kind of a loading screen on the beta still. So if you're entering a arena or a dungeon, you just have to change talents, then change back into it, and then Massacre will work for Condemn. But yeah, it's definitely not ideal. I sure hope I'm going the right way. I should be probably keeping up with these guys. It's like a bunch of instance portals. That looks bad. Can I just teleport across this? I haven't actually measured that yet to know if Door of Shadows is faster than just walking. I imagine it is, but it can't be by much since the cast time. Oh, wow. I was not expecting night phase stuff here. That's kind of neat. Let's go ahead and get some Condemn action going here on some sweep. What's funny is that with one of the conduits that increases Condemn damage, it's still, like, better to just press Condemn and 5-target cleave over Whirlwind right now. If you have it available, of course. This Frost Mage is doing a ton of damage. I imagine a lot of people are also in here testing out all the new trinkets that they've recently added to one of the vendors on the beta. Speaking of gear, I'm just using a couple of kind of basic ones at the moment. Oh my god. I do like the fact that Colossus Smash and Warbreaker both apply deep wounds now, but it's kind of odd in these, like, easier dungeons that aren't mythic anyway, that by the time you can get your deep wounds up, the target is already out of Condemn range, so kind of makes things a little awkward. I feel like you would be doing a lot more damage, actually, in a standard Mythic Plus dungeon playing Condemn. At least that's what it's been like previously on the beta. But anyway, talking about the trinkets, I'm using just a standard strength proc, some mastery here. I wanted to try out the mastery just to see how well it's scaling. As you can see, my stat line's all over the place. I have very little haste and crit because I was stacking as much verse and mastery as I could on most of the pieces, not everything, obviously. For arenas, I just wanted to, you know, see how much a burst you could really get off with that. So in PvE environments here, it doesn't feel great playing with 7% haste, as you might imagine. But it's not the end of the world. Alright, so I whirlwinded. You saw it here first, people. And the other trinkets I am using is this thing, the File of Putrefaction. I don't pay too much attention to my damage. I'm just kind of AFK my way through this as I'm trying to talk over things, I suppose. I'll put in a little bit more effort on bosses, don't worry. But this thing right now, I think, is a bit overtuned. They added a ton of trinkets. And, for example, you open up my bag here. All these things in my bag, these are all trinkets that they added. This isn't even all of them either. This is just most that are unique, at least that work for, like, Warrior. So I've just been cycling through a ton of these things. A few of them are really broken for Arena, like this. This is kind of a problem, the Skulker's Wing. It's basically just Drestagath 2.0. It's just on-use damage. This must be a boss. Okay, I guess we're pulling already. Ooh, we got Time Warp. Well, I gotta execute twice, at least. Oh, that's not good. So don't step on the little wind traps, it seems. It's kind of self-explanatory, but interrupted my Blade Storm. Which means I didn't get full value out of my legendary. Boom. Still did alright damage. Can I loot? Can't loot. What is this? Not yet implemented trinket. Alright. Speaking of which, I'm using the Bladestorm legendary right now. That's casts 2 Moral Strikes. Blizzard recently did tuning on a ton of legendaries, Warrior included, and their post made it seem like they were going to be buffing things, but they didn't. They nerfed things pretty much across the board, at least for Warrior anyway. I suppose I can't really talk for every class. I didn't read into it that deeply. But luckily they didn't change the Bladestorm one, which means that this just goes up in value because of that, and I already liked it beforehand. And it's going to give you two free Mortal Strikes. If you're spec'd into Ravager, it's only 1. However, Ravager actually can be kind of good. Oh, I was thinking that was going to teleport me for some reason. Okay, so Mizala's angry. Oh, you can mount in here. That's nice. You know what this kind of reminds me of? Is Old Deer, actually. Like this ring. And the Zandalari kind of look. I suppose Old Deer was more Titany, but you get the idea. Alright, got a nice big pull here. Go ahead and pop Sweep and Bladestorm. So, this legendary actually works with Sweeping Strikes during Bladestorm. It's pretty nice. You'll get 4 free Mortal Strikes still. This mage is just obliterating everything, though. Blazing Surge, what is that? Why do I get the impression that's probably a trinket? Feel like a lot of these trinkets are a bit overtuned right now. Including this thing. If you can actually get it timed to stack up on a target dummy or something, it'll end up being like your 2nd place damage a lot of times. It's kind of silly. And it's really good in Arena still. Oh god. Assume we're supposed to line of sight that. That's probably going to be dangerous on Mythic Plus. Trying not to stand in this explosion. I don't know if our tank's pulling this stuff back for a reason. But anyway, what they've done with the legendaries. They haven't touched the Immortal King one, or Tormented Kings, that auto-casts a free Recklessness or Avatar or Bladestorm on the other ones. Just gonna go ahead and spin to win here. So that one can be good. It's fun to use, but sometimes it can be really awkward if you get the wrong proc that you don't want. Or if it's resetting your own avatar buff, that's obviously not ideal. So I don't know if that functionality is still bugged on it, if it needs adjusted, or if it's intended to be that way. It's kind of hard to say. Not staying in that. But going on to the other ones, they nerfed the Executioner's Precision legendary, unfortunately. Ooh, we've got a Frogger section. It's like Max. I like this. Always like Frogger sections. I hope that just instantly kills you on, like, Mythic 10. That'd be fun. Go ahead and interrupt the self-cleaning cycle, whenever that does. Assume that's kind of a heal. I keep getting off track. The Executioner one got nerfed. As you can see, it's only buffing Mortal Strike by 12% now. Still sacking twice, at least. Really not ideal. In fact, like, now that Condemn has been buffed a little bit for arms, and they nerfed this, I don't even think it's worth pressing Mortal Strike, like, even with 2 Condemn buffs and 2 Overpower buffs. It still ends up being less damage than a single Condemn. So you would still just Condemn and only Mortal Strike to reapply Deep Wounds, you know, every 12 seconds when you have to, rather than on every single buff line. So, oh wow, we're back in Robodrum. Oh, it's Millhouse.
Admitted to doing the same thing I did.
I'm assuming we're only supposed to attack one of these at a time. I don't see any kind of debuff on these guys, but what do we wait? Oh, we're waiting on the mage. It gives me more time to talk, I suppose. They also nerfed the Mortal Strike applying CS1, and now only has a 12% chance to apply Colossus Smash for 4 seconds. Previously it was 15% for 5. I still think that one's pretty dang good. So, just gonna go ahead and pop things. I don't know if I'm supposed to be doing this yet, but here we are. Since this is heroic, we're just probably gonna crush this like normal. Assuming there's some kind of mechanic I'm supposed to be doing here. So, since everything in here has super low health, normally on like a raid fight, yeah, I would Mortal Strike or CS first to get up Deep Wounds and then Condemn during the top 80 or 180%, but since everything is so low here, I'm probably just gonna Condemn beforehand, since you have very limited globals to actually apply that, or do damage with Condemn, I should say, and then you'll have it for the end mine. Can I loot the box? Oh, we don't kill him. That's good. I'm happy to see that. Wait a second. Okay. Now that I think about it, since they're in the Shadowlands, doesn't that mean they're already dead? Wonder how that happened after Violet Hold. I think it was the last time we saw them. Okay, so we just run back out to the middle ring, rinse, repeat now. We got 2 other wings, it seems. Hakar and Mizala, okay.
That was long ago. Let me remember. Remember how the trolls be turning away from you? All them sacrifices, all that blood, how they were gonna... You don't need worshippers. The jailer gonna give me all the power I need. And one Sammy the one who's gonna be forgotten.
Oh. Okay. Okay, what the hell is this? I don't want to be in that. You settled down there. I have no idea what that channel just was. I'm going to interrupt that. Get some spin going. Kinda sucks the Blade Storm only hits 8 targets now, but what can you do? It's so weird just not pressing Whirlwind too, like these situations. I think if you had, well, if you had the Whirlwind Legendary, it probably would be. Which, by the way, got nerfed. It hits them 1 additional time for 60% damage. Prior to that, it was full damage on that extra hit. And that doesn't mean that Whirlwind did full damage. It was just like it was during Legion. It was only 1 more hits out of... Since Whirlwind hits 3 times, it would hit a 4th time. But now that that's nerfed, I don't know. Doesn't really seem worth. So we're going to see Hakar again. That's kind of cool. Really need to be Warbreakering more. Okay, you're just repeating yourself now. Let me guess, these things just time out. Yep. Just ignore them. Just gonna go ahead and spin here, since the mage is obliterating everything before I can really hit it. Good to see that the conduit is still working. So they recently changed the conduits as well to where you can only have 2 throughput conduits on every soulbind rather than 3. However, it's a little bit bugged on the beta right now, so if you actually had 3 potency conduits socketed prior to that hot patch, they are still currently working. So if you go in here, I still have Mortal Combo on a Finesse conduit. You can see the little lightning bolt there. And it's still actually working for some reason, so it won't be that way come launch. It does change around the order of things, though. Hello, Hikar. I suppose I should pay attention to the boss, shouldn't I? And 1 condemn. Rip. Ooh, I wonder if this is like the actual ZG fight. And he's dead, so it doesn't even matter. Alright. Draw Mojo. Okay, so we're getting Mojo back for 1 zombie, I see.
Oh, Lakar, you're a nasty one, but you be making him pay him debt. Sooner or later, him gonna be back. You can't keep a bad load down.
Yeah, he's kind of crawled back up a few times now. Anyway, they did okay. I guess they rebalanced this legendary. They buffed the slam one. It still doesn't really have a place in my eyes, though.
These little friends of yours think they're gonna help you one someday. What chance you'll be having against me? It be Mazala who brought Helia to the jailer's side. Struck a deal for
Okay.
Odin's eye and made the Banshee walk you with a whisper.
Well, that's a big spoiler. I did not know that.
Boss man. Maybe you've been skulking in the shadows for too long.
This is like, what's his face? That one boss in Old War. Assuming we don't want to be in that. Or are we supposed to soak that? This guy's got a lot of health. Probably playing this fight completely wrong right now. I didn't look up anything. Shatter reality. Let me guess, we're supposed to hide. Have to click on this? Oh, okay. I'm glad I was watching these guys, because I was not paying attention to that. Can we kill this thing? Yes, yes we can. Oh, that's so bad. There a teleporter back? Or do we just have to run? Kind of awkward. It's this way, isn't it? I think we gotta kill all these. I bet there were multiple teleporters up there, weren't there? And we all just happen to take the same one. Oh, okay. Maybe we only had to kill one of them? I have no idea. Wow, he's dying fast now, jeez. Looks like we're gonna tie this one up after this, aren't we? Or does he just take increased damage after we get back for a second? I bet that's what's happening. Master of Death? But a tank soak? Really don't know. It's like the tank's running for it, so kind of seems that way. Come on, get to 35. You can do it. No, you're out of rage by the time we get there, though. Speaking of which, I suppose I can talk a little bit about that legendary. The Slam one getting buffed, 45% chance to reset the CD on Mortal Strike. Still seems pretty useless because we have really poor rage generation still. So, especially when you're playing with Condemn, it just loses all value during those phases at least. So unless they give Mortal Strike, or not Mortal Strike, but, oh god, let me get in this in time. Unless they give Arms some kind of passive rage generation buff before launch, that legendary still seems kind of dead on arrival to me. Do we have to run around, or can we just click on this thing? there more? Or do you just have to wait? I do not understand this dungeon yet. I guess we're just waiting up here. Other than that, I think those are the only ones. I mean, they nerfed the Mass Spell Reflect one a while back, but I imagine most people know about that. Alright, here we go. And he's dead. Jeez. Oh, nope. He's gonna... enough and run away at 10% like all the bosses do.
Change, man. Mortals never be as weak as you believe them to be. You see, they have potential. But don't you be worried about a thing. You're gonna be having plenty of time to learn from your mistakes. You did good, heroes, yeah. But what Mozilla got coming?
Oh.
For mortal eye. Take your trinkets and be gone with you.
Alright, one zombie. I wonder if he's gonna, like, take his soul now.
You better watch your tongue, little thing. One someday the boss man now.
Alright. That is the other side. Pretty cool dungeon. I like the look of it anyway. I probably missed something that I was going to talk about at the end of this, but if you made it this far, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Peace.